I'm exhausted. You know, again, I mean, it sort of resembles a little bit the New York game. I'm really proud of the effort that we came out and played with in the second half. You know, we didn't quite have it in the first half. We were a step or two slow. We didn't quite have the energy to push tempo. We weren't executing our defensive schemes, and frankly, they were just outplaying us. And we challenged them at halftime to come out and to really give everything that they had, every single possession. And while it wasn't always pretty, and sometimes it looked like a slugfest, we really came out with tremendous energy and showed great character and toughness in the second half of this ballgame.
Safe to say that Larkins is not playing without fear of her knee anymore.
I mean, I think so. You know, it's each day she gets better, and each day you see it a little more. Sometimes after a game like today, you know, tomorrow she'll be a little bit slow moving, a little bit sore. You know, I'm not sure if she'll be 100% this season, but you know what she showed tonight is exactly why she's such an important piece of what we do. You know, her toughness. You know, her mentality that she won't be denied. I mean, we talk about getting every rebound. Well, she takes that to heart, and she wants to get every rebound. And she's just a huge piece of the puzzle for us. And, you know, I'm really happy that she's finally starting to turn the corner.
Was she the spark in that 15-0 run to close out the game?
We had a 15-0 run to close out the game?
Well, yeah.
Wow.
Until they
scored the end. Of course she was. I mean, you know, she just, her energy, her toughness, you know, her ability on the defensive end to just be everywhere, and then get those boards so we can push tempo, so we can run the floor. I mean, you know, it really is 5 players in double figures. I mean, Shanice continues to get better. You know, Marissa, I felt like, you know, she struggled from the floor, but she's finding other ways to contribute. You know, Ketch, on a night where she didn't take a lot of shots, was a quiet leader for us. I mean, 3 assists and 7 boards, and really in the huddle, communicating every single time. And, you know, Bree hit some big shots. I mean, the 3 that she hit, I think it was in the third quarter. You know, I mean, that was huge. You know, but everybody contributed. You know, Jeanette Poland goes in to essentially give Bree a spell the end of the third into the fourth. Didn't get a lot of minutes. Has been ready to go every single time. I mean, that's huge. That's huge because she's sacrificing for the team, and I can't say enough about what she's done to prepare us every single day and the way that she's handling her role. I mean, it's all 12 collectively, day in and day out.
It may have been coincidental, but at the end of the game, that the Fever had a very familiar look back to your 2012 championship team, where you had 4/5 of the starters in that team out there, because Z and Orlana have been so good off the bench.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it is, and you know, the one good thing that I really like about having those two come off the bench is that we don't lose or play even when our second unit goes out there. We exceed, and that's important. You know, it's not important to have, you know, your 5 quote-unquote starters, whether it be from last year or 2 years ago or whenever, on the floor. What's important is that each time we have a group on the floor that we continue to outperform the opponent. And I really like having them and their energy, their experience, their go-to mentality coming off the bench, and what they give us. And they're just, I mean, they're pros. They've accepted where we are right now, and that doesn't mean that we're always going to be like that. They certainly know that, but at the same time, they understand what they can bring, and they come out and they bring it every day.
It seems like it allows you to exploit your depth, and not every team all the time really is able to do that, I think.
It absolutely,
may have depth,
yeah.
But they may not,
right.
They not benefit from it.
Well, and have balanced depth. I mean, for us, it's about having balance coming in off the bench. You know, we don't want to fire all our bullets to start the game, so to speak. You know, have everybody that's a go-to player for us, because quite frankly, I mean, we have, you know, 6, 7 go-to players on our team, whether it be certain situations, and you know, we have Z and E who have been starters, who could be starters right now, but I really like what they're giving us off the bench.
Did Chonwa just tweak her knee? I mean, is that the...
I think she had knee-to-knee contact, and it was good to see her kind of get back out there and get back into a rhythm. You know, and again, for her to realize it's not anything that she did or didn't do. It's just we wanted those experienced players on the floor at crunch time, and they were able to come through. And I think each game that she continues to gain that experience helps her, and it helps us in the long run.
Steph, during the 15 what was the difference defensively for you guys than it was earlier? I mean, or was it just finally coming to the floor that that you start playing well?
I think a couple things. I think our attention to detail was better. We were anticipating and not reacting. You know, I think we had multiple levels of effort every possession versus just one effort, and if that effort didn't get it, cut it, then they scored. So we had multiple levels of effort from everyone on the floor. They got one loose ball. I can't remember when that was, like with 3 minutes left in the ball game, and we came into the timeout, and it's like they don't get any more. We get every loose ball. That's what we do, and we did. We made every hustle play down the stretch, and so I just felt like we had the extra effort as well as our attention to detail.